mean, good, right?
Congratulations, Team UK. We'll take about 15 minutes for questions.
Hey guys, Adam with Akshon esports. So after kind of a tough first game, you guys really bounced back in a big way. Can you tell us what changed for you guys and how were you able to keep that momentum?
Honestly, not much changed in the first game. We knew we were playing well. Our communication was on point, so we kind of went into the next game saying, like, it was just forget about that game. COF isn't really, at least that map wasn't our strongest in that very moment. We're going to go back and fix that. So we kind of just told ourselves, we're communicating perfectly, and that wasn't ours. Forget about it. Go to the next one. Played very similar. Just tighten up a little bit. Fix a few mistakes, and that's pretty much it. So that first game we were pretty happy with, even though we lost.
The very first map we even played, we were playing like a ghost style comp. And sometimes you just get rolled in that comp, it just happens. The comp they were playing is specifically meant to counter our comp, and if we don't win the first fight, we're bound to just get rolled the entire way if we don't swap. But we kept trying to push through to just see how it worked, but it went their way, I guess.
The nature of Ghosts, like, retaking is the hardest thing, and you saw we got farmed, like, just trying to retake every single time. So that's sometimes the case when you're playing Ghosts, like, it's very hard for you to retake, but when you have control, that's when you can really stall out and buy time.
Next question.
Hey guys, Chris from Overwatch Score. This one's for all of you. What do you guys think was a contributing factor to defeating Team USA today?
I think like our synergy, not only with our comms, but just between our combos, especially with our GOATS comms, like my communication with Kib, with our stun shatters, and our aggression when we wanted to set up a grab for Mike. Just the way we were playing around our ults as a team in general, I felt like we were doing a lot stronger as a unit than USA were today. I think that was probably the biggest factor.
I feel like it was my flip-flops. I would like to thank these for the win.
The biggest thing we learned from Team France when we played them is that they played super aggressive with no fear, and we played scared. And we realized that, you know, to be the better Ghost team, you need to believe, like, you know, just back each other up and play super aggressive and all in. So that's what we managed to do today.
I think also leading up to the games. A big part of like why we struggled in scrims was like we weren't playing around each other as a team and doing everything together. So I think in this match you could see that if a call was made, everyone just followed the call and we did everything as a team. I think that was one of the key factors that we won today.
Hi, this is for anybody. This is Camus with Digital Native. So heading into the event, a lot of people were saying that, again, as happened last year, that USA and South Korea were the favorites. Did you feel that you were the underdog coming to this match as well? Or did you feel like you were properly prepared and this is Overwatch, and if you're prepared, then you can still win?
We were prepared, but every single person, public, like all the other players out there, all said we'd lose to USA, like 3-0, 3-0, 3-1. But I think they gave them the advantage, they like underestimated us. They weren't prepared to match us on like GOATS. And we can still play like other comps that dive. So I don't think they were expecting that on like Full Sky, for example. So they came in like a little underprepared.
Hey guys, this is Volamel with Esports 7. Cruz, I have a question for you because you were announced as the Paris kind of de facto leader. Is this kind of an awakening for the EU region? Is this what we're going to kind of see leading into Overwatch League Season 2?
So you can say that again? You asked about me joining Paris. And about
yes, you joined Paris, and I was just kind of seeing if this was like an omen or a foreshadowing of what we're going to see in Overwatch League Season 2.
I mean, I would love for that to be the case, yes. I mean, we're going to try really, really hard to do EU proud because it's like we're literally the only EU team. So yeah, I mean, I really hope so.
You're Korean.
I have mostly Europeans.
This is for Boombox. How is playing on the World Cup team different from playing on an Overwatch League team?
There's a lot of difference. Mostly it's like you don't get to practice as much. Like we've scrimmed nowhere near as like I did in my other team, Fusion. So we're a little underprepared. So a lot of times you need to like com more to explain things. You don't like have natural synergy. So you mix a lot of those, but it's a lot more fun because it's like more laid back. You're like playing with a lot more friendly people and it's fun.
Tough matchup, this last matchup, but heading into the next round, what do you think your biggest takeaways will be from this heading into the next?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Takeaways. I mean, honestly, just playing how we play. It's less about what they're doing and more about how we're playing. If we're playing together and making sure our combos are on point, like our stun and our break stun and our Ryan stuns, and just all those combos, making sure we're playing close together, we'll have no problem. As long as we're on point, they can do whatever they want and we'll still beat them.
Hey guys, Dustin from Unicorn here. So how are you feeling after defeating Team USA, given that you guys were considered the underdogs coming in?
I mean, obviously, yeah, it feels great that we won here. It makes it that bit more, feel good when you know that every person was like doubting you to win, like picking you as the underdogs. So obviously, it feels great for us to win.
This is Brian from Overwatch subreddit, competitive Overwatch subreddit. My question is for Fusions. Stepping into a role, Christopher obviously retired in October. Anything special that you had to do moving into that main tank role? Arguably a very important role for the team. Anything special you had to do going forward?
Yeah, I mean, taking over from Chris is like really hard just because he was kind of a leader of the team before, if that makes sense. And coming into the team, it's hard to kind of see where you fit when you take over the spot of someone who's in control of so much in a team. But I feel like in general, I've just tried to play kind of my own way, calm my own way, and like make sure that what I do is around everything that's already in place, because I don't want to take over the comms. But in general, I think I'm just trying to, just do stuff in my own way compared to what Chris did, because I don't feel like I have the same kind of overall, macro kind of knowledge of the game when it comes to like certain comps and stuff. But I feel like I've definitely just like fit in well.
Hi, this is a little bit less related to the games. I don't know if you guys even got a chance to see the reveal of Ashe today. Anybody can answer this, obviously probably target at DPS. I just want to know what your guys' first impressions of the new hero are and whether or not you plan to jump in with her.
I found a new main. I'm going to grind it a lot. It looks pretty good.
It's another hero to play with McCree because he still hasn't got any considerable buffs, I guess.
I haven't seen how the pet works yet, like the pet ultimate. So I think that's going to be like the big thing about that hero, if anything. It's like adding a 7th hero into the fight, which opens up opportunities of like different flank routes to like with the pet and stuff like that. So I'm just curious how it works.
Okay, we'll take one last question.
Can you guys describe the role of like momentum in that last series? Like, how much did that play a factor?
I mean, yeah, 100%. Like I said from the beginning of the game, if we shut down their aggression and like slow down their pace, we will win the game. And the first, Koff didn't really go to plan, but as soon as we did that King's Road full held, like I knew it was in their heads 100%. Getting full held on King's Road is probably the worst. Because you're just resetting, and it's probably one of the worst maps to get full held on. So going to the next map, I knew they were a little bit disheartened, so definitely momentum played a big part. We were going up and up and up, they were going down, down. So you can definitely see that in the match, because Route 66 arguably probably our most dominant match other than King's Road. So
I think you can see it, like the thing with Team UK that we're really good at is just being confident in ourselves, and we never get feel defeated in the game. We're always just like gathering momentum when we're playing, but we're never like taking a step back. We keep it and we just keep on going.
Yeah, like even though we finished the group stage on like a low note, we didn't let that affect us, and if anything, it made us a lot better and realized what we had to do to win.
Congratulations, Team UK. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and share, as it really helps out the channel quite a lot. Otherwise, be sure to subscribe and follow us on Twitter if you want to stay up to date with all of our content, and hit that bell to stay notified. This has been Darren from Akshon Esports, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.